Hello everyone! Today we're going to go over Chanel's Fall 2012 collection as well as a Nordstrom exclusive. Right now they have an Asia exclusive. So there's an eyeshadow quad, some Aqua Lumiere glosses that were brought back, but I skipped those because they don't last more than an hour on my lips, as well as another cream eyeshadow. But first we're going to run through the tutorial, and I know I usually review the products first, but I figured you guys would want to see how to achieve this look before I actually get to the review, since most of you aren't as interested in the product breakdowns anyway. So I do apologize beforehand because my neighbors are doing construction and gardening, and I left the window open during the most of the tutorial. So if you hear, you know, construction noises, I do apologize. I did try to reduce them while editing, but I'll try to avoid that from now on. It's just that I couldn't avoid it. I had to leave the window open because it was so hot. Anyway, again, one last thing before we get into the tutorial. On my nails, I'm wearing the Chanel Fall 2012 color in Frenzy. The other two colors I wasn't so interested in. This is a very neutral go-to office shade if you work in a very conservative environment. It's still edgy because it's very gray, but then it has that very conservative vibe. It's perfect in two coats, gives a really clean cream finish. So I do highly recommend this, and this is my favorite of the three Fall 2012 polishes. And now, without any further ado, let's get on with the tutorial. In order to save on time, I already applied my foundation and my eyebrows, so now we're going to get started directly with the eyeshadows with my NARS Pro Prime Shadow Base. So now I'm just blending out the eyeshadow primer, taking it down the lower lid. Now I'm going to take the eyeshadow palette and pick up the peach. I'm going to place it all over the lid, extending past the tear duct, past the crease. I seriously adore this color, and I would probably wear it every day if I could. It's so creamy. It's truly one of the best baked eyeshadows I've ever used. Now I'm going to flip the applicator over and pick up the white, and I'm going to place it softly against the brow bone and use it as a brow bone highlight. This shade is pretty glittery, so use with caution. Now I'm going to dip into the taupe brown with a blending brush, and I'm going to place that right in the crease, starting with circular motions to build up the color at the outer corner, and then using windshield wiper motions to blend in. I want to keep it off the lid because we want that peach to show through still. You don't want to cover it completely. And I'm going to blend it slowly up the brow bone, making sure I still get that outer corner. Now I'm going to take the applicator and dip it into the chocolate brown at the bottom, and I'm going to drag this across the lid, tapering it in toward the inner corner. We just want a little bit of smokiness where the eyeliner will be. I'm going to extend out into the outer V, and then dragging it down the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take the single eyeshadow in Complice, and I'm going to pop it in the inner corner just because it melds really well with the peachy sandy eyeshadow that we used all over the lid. I'm going to blend it into the inner corner and bring it down the lash line. Then I'm going to take the gold, which is Eclair, and I'm going to blend that in between the chocolate brown and Complice. Now I'm going to use my automatic Chanel liquid liner. Now all I have to do is apply mascara with my false lashes, and I'll be right back. And now that the eye's complete, we'll finish off the rest of the face. Even though I may not be using a Fall 2012 or the Asia limited edition available exclusively at Nordstrom blush, I am using a European baked blush. This one is called Pink Explosion. But this color is just essentially the cooler version of what is available at Nordstrom right now, the Asia exclusive one called Fleur de Lotus. And I'm just going to place this right at the tops of my cheekbones. The model in the campaign ad has a really sculpted cheek look, so I'm going to place the blush just at the top of my cheekbones. And And this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I know it looks nothing like the campaign ad, but again, because I am so tan, plums don't really look good on me right now, so I had to stick with the pinks and the neutrals. But I do highly recommend that if you want something from the collection, you go see it in person. Now, I will post a photo of swatches with everything labeled in case you wanted to see the rest of the fall collection that I did not purchase. And I will go ahead and post that photo on my blog with the list of all the products that I used and reviewed today as well. So now, as promised, let's get to the review bit of it. We'll start with the lips. As I said, this is a very frosty light pink. It is showing up much lighter on camera. The photo that you just saw is much more representative of the true color. I love this formula. It's not super long wearing. It isn't as glossy as the other X-rated glosses that I own either, but I still love it and I do highly recommend it if you like a frosty pink lip. Now for the ombre essential eyeshadows, these are gorgeous, and as I kept saying during the tutorial, these are incredibly blendable and they're very smooth. These are the two best ones out of the fall collection. These are from fall 2012. They are not part of the limited edition Asia exclusive collection at Nordstrom, so you will find these at any Chanel counter. The gold is definitely my favorite of the two, just because I feel that Complice, as beautiful as this eyeshadow is, it looks pretty similar to Urban Decay's Sin. Sin is a lot warmer, this is cooler, frostier, and has larger glitter particles, but this one is definitely the best out of the six in terms of texture. The gold is a little less pigmented, but I really like this particular shade, which is called Eclair, just because it has silver particles in the gold, which makes it more of a neutral gold as opposed to a true yellow gold, like a goldenrod. And so I highly recommend both of these. Now, I already went over the nail polish, so I'll go ahead and talk some more about the eyeshadow quad. Reeves, hands down, is the best Chanel eyeshadow quad that I've ever owned. And as much as I love Prelude, which is a, not a baked, but a US pressed powder formula, is really wonderful, but I just feel that the texture of these baked eyeshadows has really improved. They're super smooth, buttery, and it is nothing like the hard, crumbly, super glittery ones that I have owned in the past. So I highly recommend this, and currently this is only available at Nordstrom, so run and go grab this before it is all gone. Also, with a primer, these eyeshadows last all day. Now, last but not least, I think, yes, is the Illusion d'Ombre in number 87, Riviere. And this is also part of the Asia exclusive collection that's only at Nordstrom at the moment. And though I didn't use this in the tutorial, it is a tealish, greenish silver color. It's sort of like Epatante, which is green and silver, but this is a really nice accent color. Personally, I don't know how often I would wear this, but it is super smooth and it is a lot softer than the other Illusion d'Ombres that I have. Actually, my red one, which is the favorite, the burgundy red, dried out already, but this feels ultra creamy and moussey, so I think they must have improved upon the texture. So there's another swatch. It reads a lot more silver on my tan skin, so I don't think this is a must-have. If you have to purchase anything at all this fall from Chanel, I would highly recommend that you choose the eyeshadow quad, because this is a staple basic that you'll get lots of wear of. I know some of you don't like frosty eyeshadows, but this is appropriate for all occasions, and that peach, the one that I put all over the lid, can be used with any eyeshadow look. And that concludes my coverage for Chanel Fall 2012. Now, the only other fall collection that I believe I'll be doing is Armani's, because I haven't been too impressed with the rest of the fall collections. Summer was awesome, spring was even better, but for some reason, Laura Mercier is really nude and really basic. YSL, I might do if I can get around to opening up some budget for the product. I am moving again, so I don't know if I'll have the extra funds to pick up the products, but Armani for sure I will be doing, and that will be posted in 2 weeks or so. I have a really hefty film schedule for you guys, because I know there's lots of things that I still want to get done for summer before the season's completely gone, like waterproof makeup and things like that. So I'm really hoping that you guys will be able to remain patient and awesome as you guys always are. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.